Hi, Dale Irvin here to tell you that yesterday was day 3 and the last day of the Republican Presidential Convention. But if you missed any part of this 3-day Mittapalooza, allow me to give you a summary of yesterday's stirring conclusion. It all started out with the Speaker of the House, John Boehner. He came out and he started off by telling us that Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan are the candidates for president and vice president. I'm sorry, John, but we kind of knew this several weeks ago. You know, I think they were just trying to give you something to say on the main stage that wouldn't make you cry. Next up was a video about the legacy of Ronald Reagan. After that was shown, out came Newt and Callista Gingrich and told us the same thing that the movie did, but in a more formal and stilted fashion. Out next was Mitt's youngest son, Craig. He came out and started showing off by speaking Spanish. I don't know exactly what he said, but I think it was, "We have a black Chevy outside blocking the driveway. If this is your car, please move it now." Jeb Bush, the former governor of Florida, he came out and said that China and India produce 8 times the number of engineers that we do. Well, of course they do. Look how close they are to all the support centers. Then Jeb started talking about milk. And he sounded like Bubba from Forrest Gump when he talked about shrimp. You know, he was up there, you got your whole milk, buttermilk, 2% milk, reduced fat milk, skim milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk, and milk for people who don't drink milk. Coming out next, Bishop Grant Bennett. This is Romney's minister, and he brought some people from Mitt's church who, right there, they were ready to raise this guy to sainthood. I swear, they wanted to make him Saint Mitt, patron saint of the good-looking. Then at about 9 o'clock, it turned into a Mitt love fest with videos and more videos about Mitt. I wouldn't doubt if there was a sitcom in the works called Everybody Loves Mitt. Then the next most talked about surprise guest. It was none other than Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood himself, who did an improv ventriloquist act with an empty chair representing President Obama. He asked the invisible president questions that he couldn't answer, and the invisible president told Clint to do something that Clint said he couldn't do by himself. I'm guessing he was talking about playing ping pong. Then Clint said that we own this country. We own this country, although truth be told, I think China's got the first mortgage. And he ended up with a group sing-along of "Go Ahead, Make My Day." Senator Marco Rubio from Florida came out to introduce Mitt Romney and did an admirable job of warm-up with a couple of jokes, a few stories, some good old-fashioned jingoism, and then he pinned Barack Obama to the mat. Next, he gave a shout-out to God, which is always a good idea, and stirred up the crowd with some motivational Spanish words. He closed by introducing the main man, Mitt Romney. And Mitt, then, he walked down the aisle shaking hands. He was looking fit and healthy and like he had a stick firmly implanted in his butt. But after a 5-minute ovation, Mitt said, "Hey, I accept the nomination." What a shocker. And he was quite the jokester last night and said he was funny. Last night he said that when he started out in business, he almost asked his church's pension fund to invest. But then he thought better of it. He said he didn't mind losing money. He just didn't want to go to hell. Rib shot. Few times he was interrupted by chants from the audience who said, "USA, USA," which, that's a dumb thing to chant. We're all in the USA. They should have been shouting something like, "Republican, Republican." Mitt closed at a high note with multiple God bless yous and the ever-present balloon drop. Then out came the confetti, then the wives came on stage, and the kids and the grandkids, and the whole stage was just packed full of Romneys. Then the balloons kept falling, the candidates kept waving, and thank goodness, Anderson Cooper had completely dried out. Well, that's it. This convention in a nutshell, but don't worry. We're going to start all over again on Tuesday with a recap of the first day of the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte. I'll see you then.